With a waterfall chart in Excel, you can show a starting value and then a series of values that either increase that starting value or decrease it, then the end result. To create that, there are some formulas that are hidden behind the chart, and I'll just move it down a bit so you can see them. We have a series that is the blue columns, the start and finish points. Then there are green bars here, and those are really two separate series. If I click below here, you can see only the portion below the zero line in this column and this last green column are selected, and that's a gain in the negative area of the chart. If I click the upper portion, we can see that there's another series called positive gain, and that's all these green bars that are above the zero line, and then they're blended together to appear as one single column. And there's a red series, which are the decreases. So if I click one of these series above the zero line, you can see that's a positive loss, so a loss that occurs up in this positive region of the chart. And if I click this, you can see that we also have to calculate losses in the negative numbers section of the chart. And finally, there are lines, and those are also calculated in these formulas. So there's a lot going on in the background. Follow the link in the description. You can see how to create your own waterfall chart. I'm going to show you another sheet here with the same data as this chart. So here's the data that we started with, just a very simple table. And instead of creating all those formulas and creating my own chart, I can use a utility from John Peltier. There's a tab on the ribbon called PTS Charts. I'm going to click Waterfall Plot, and that opens up a dialog box that first of all reminds me to check my data and make sure it's set up correctly. So mine is, including this blank in the last cell in the values. I've got a heading in the first row, so I'll leave that checked. And I would like to see these numbers above the columns, so I'll leave this check mark in. And I don't want it sorted by value or alphabetically. I would just like it unsorted so it appears the same ordered that I have it on the worksheet. I would like the chart on the active sheet. I'll click OK, and there's my chart. So no formulas for me to create. Everything's done automatically, and the chart's created. Usually I give it a little tweak or two. In this case, the labels are overlapping, so I'll just click on one label there and go to the Home tab and make those an 8 point instead of 10, and it looks great. So just a couple of seconds to build that chart instead of the hour or half hour it might take me to do it all manually. And another example here is a little pricing table. So starting with my list price, and then I'd like to see what the invoice price will be after a discount. Then maybe some more discounting goes on in the background so we can come up with a pocket price. And then finally, after the cost of the product and other handling costs, what's our margin? So I'll select a cell in that table, go back to the PTS Charts tab, click Waterfall. It's already unchecked heading label because I don't have a heading here. I'm going to use my values, keep it unsorted, active sheet, OK, and there's my chart in just a few seconds of clicking. Again, I'll fix those labels and it's done. Much quicker than doing it on my own.